So what I was
Yeah.
saying was that we can start by just introducing you, a
Yeah.
little bit about you.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Dr. Arupparna Sengupta. I am Shriti's friend, and I'm a pathologist by profession. And I'm pursuing my fellowship in oncopathology, that is cancer pathology, diagnosis of cancer, tissue diagnosis of cancer. And I am currently attached to Rajiv Gandhi Cancer Institute in Delhi, which is in Rohini in Delhi. And that is by profession. That's all about my profession in short. And other than that, I love doing a lot of other extracurricular things, and that has always been the case since childhood. I love, sketching, painting, and lately, in the last few years, I have also I have tried, let's use the word tried, actively tried to be a part of, be fit and do some, have taken some steps towards that. But to be very honest, I'm still struggling with making that a part of my lifestyle on a regular basis because of my erratic work hours. There will be phases where I am able to sustain working out for some time, and then it just goes totally. It disappears, and then again. So that's one struggle which I have been dealing with. And but yeah, it is always an ongoing process, and the journey never ends. So
That
that
is a
is,
struggle we are all facing.
yeah,
Whoever is
yeah,
trying to, start their fitness journey.
yes,
So thank you so much, Aruparna, for joining. What I was wanting to, discuss with you and also get to know your opinions on was that, recently I've spoken a little bit on body positivity and how suddenly the term uh, fat shaming is gaining a lot of attention, and we're all becoming very conscious of it, that let's not fat shame anybody, and let's not call out somebody who has suddenly gained weight, especially after COVID. After the lockdown, we can see that we are meeting people after a long time. So someone is either super fit, has used the entire lockdown to exercise, or then someone like myself, who really gained weight post COVID, as also a side effect of the complications. But what I was also, wanting to know is that how post COVID it is becoming an essential part of your routine to exercise or to keep yourself fit, because of course mentally we've all been through a lot, but somewhere I feel that physically also, it has become a necessity to take care of your health now, because the pollution is high, immune system is really weak after, even if you get COVID once. I personally feel that internally it's, you become very weak. So why is it a necessity now that you have to work out? For me personally, I feel there's no other option, that you can't substitute it with anything else. So why do you think, especially as a doctor, that exercising right now is not a choice but something that it's a necessity?
yes. So thank you for that question, Shruti. So first, like, I would like to address a few parts of that question one by one. So first, as you said about gaining weight or fat shaming. Okay, so now let me as all of us already know, I'll just reiterate certain things, that none of us in this world, not a single person, will stay at the same weight throughout their life. you know Even and same way throughout the life, I am not by that I do not mean that of course with your, as you grow older, you gain height, you will gain a certain weight which is like right for age. I'm not talking about that weight. Okay, I'm talking about the extra weight which we gain, or the extra weight which we lose. Okay, at times we become due to certain reasons we become very malnourished. At times we become overweight. At times we we go into almost obesity, and then again we lose weight. So it is a constant process for all of us. Okay, and anyone who says that it is I am immune to this is just is not in touch with reality. Okay, so there, the concept or the thing about making fun of someone's body weight, whether it's he or she is underweight or overweight or obese, or I mean, there is no end to it, because I mean, whatever whatever we do, whatever weight we are, however we look, if there is someone who wants to make fun of you, that person can even make fun of anyone. So for example, I would just, I'll take a name. For example, we all know them, one of the most beautiful women on in the world is Aishwarya Rai. And even when she gained weight post her pregnancy, all those hordes and hordes of her fans, who used to just admire her and dote over her, they came out and called her out and said so many mean things because of the
Yeah.
weight she gained. For such a normal physiological process, you are supposed to gain weight in that. So,
Yeah.
that is how fleeting everyone's attention, everyone, I don't know why the video has stopped. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
So that is how, a fleeting, a definition of perfection is. That is how fleeting people's, likability in the eyes of someone else is.
Yeah.
And so if we are going to really be affected, you cannot stop other people from being mean. There will be something or the other, people will find fault with you. And so that is why we have to stop ourselves from getting affected by that. And why and how is that, when we love ourselves, when we appreciate ourselves for what we are, for the body we have got, and for and that and now to be happy with oneself. Okay, to be
Mm.
happy with oneself, we should also, that is just not, okay, I am like this, I am unhealthy and I have a very unhealthy lifestyle, and whatever people are saying, I don't really mind that, and I'm happy the way I'm living. So that is also wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
we have to be happy with our bodies, but at the same time we have to constantly go on polishing ourselves, the way we polish our minds, the way we polish our spirituality, our emotions. We also have to take care and work on our health. Okay, so that yeah, sorry. So now, so that is the thing I wanted to tell about fat shaming. That whatever, see, there is some kind of shaming we all will always be subjected to. Okay, whether it is fat shaming or thin shaming, or
Mm.
anything, age shaming, color, the color of your skin, anything, a lot of hair, no hair, I mean, you name it, there is some kind of phobia, some kind of stigma attached to anything and everything. So, just we cannot get affected by that. We have to
Right.
love ourselves. And when it comes specifically to our body images, we have to love ourselves. At the same time, we have to take care of ourselves, take care of our health. Okay, so that is one. That is what I wanted to, share about the image, body image. Now, next part, coming to the question about your the what we how we should take care of our health, especially in this era
mm,
of COVID.
mm, mm.
So, yes, as you very rightly said, Shruti, that now it is a necessity. So, Shruti,
Yeah.
the thing is that it has always been a necessity. It is always as necessary, like it is, health is like roti, kapra, makan, health comes even before that. Okay.
Mm,
But the thing is that now, after COVID, because of this mass death so many deaths
yeah.
happening all over the world, not only the deaths, people who have survived, the kind of morbidity, the kind of chronic issues they are facing. So now people have realized that it is a necessity. More
Mm,
number of people,
mm,
majority number of people have realized that health is a necessity, because now really they are seeing that if we do not take care of ourselves, there is a huge realistic chance that we are going to die. Okay.
yeah. It's the
So
fear.
people, yeah, so it is actually like पहले हम सोचते थे कि हाँ यार होगा, ठीक है, what will happen, but now we have seen that actually people who seem to be healthy, young people who we
Yeah,
say that
yeah.
mostly by virtue of age one is immune to so many things, at least immune to death for in a large number of cases. Even that does not hold true anymore for in COVID era. So you one has to take care of their cardiovascular fitness, otherwise it's just like anyone and everyone's life is at stake, and there is no guarantee for anything. So that is how now in the COVID era it has, like, people have realized that on a much bigger scale, that health is taking care of our health is a necessity. It is not a luxury. It is not something to look good. It is something to live well, to live, not even live well, to live. So that is how it is a necessity. That is what we have all realized
Mm.
post COVID.
So,
Yeah.
picking up from what you said, it actually made me recall some of the things that, I have also read about because, during this lockdown and also the post-lockdown period, there are a lot of medical, terms that we are getting used to now. It's becoming very common. Even the layman knows certain things that, for earlier only doctors would know. But what I was, really thinking that what you rightly said that, young people who are so, by virtue of age, so healthy, even if, you're indulging in an unhealthy lifestyle, you're still considered to be strong physically because you're young. You're not somebody who is, has sugar and blood pressure and all of those bodily issues that comes with age. But we are seeing that, even people as young as 20, 22 years of age are were actually getting hospitalized like this. They get COVID and they immediately they need to be treated. Then there are people who are you know very fit. They are exercising, they are not very healthy also, but they are also facing so many complications. So it's not like only somebody who is not healthy is facing all these complications, but even a person who has regularly been exercising, they are also going through it. And post COVID, one of the concerns that has really crapped me is the fact that I have a lot of friends who smoke. And earlier, initially when I was very young, I used to get very worked up. Ki are nahi karo, mat karo, roko inko, they are my friends. Then eventually I, developed a mentality that, everyone is an adult. They can decide for themselves. I should not poke them and nag them again. But post COVID, now because it is something which affects your respiratory system so much, it again, really makes me feel very anxious. And also, as a passive smoker, it makes me feel that, I am also, my health is deteriorating because of maybe them, right? So I mean, do you think that age has anything to do with people not getting seriously affected by COVID? Because I think somewhere after the second wave or that massive, what you were calling that death number that came up, it's been a year, more than a year and a half now, and we are again going back to being okay with it कि अरे यार हम तो अभी 20s में हैं, अभी तो 30 भी नहीं पहुंचे, तो कर लेते हैं थोड़ा सा और, let's enjoy a little bit more. We'll see what happens. So you think that has any, like, your age is going to save you from all these illnesses that are coming up?
See, Shruti, like if you talk about COVID, of course, the one of the biggest reasons why people, so many youngsters died, even youngsters who were fit, who were
Hmm.
healthy, like in the true sense of the term, they were working out, they're non-smokers, they don't drink. So COVID is a special case because many, even in those kind of people, that strata of the population, even they also, some, lot of them also died because they were not vaccinated. So there are certain diseases, there's certain conditions, certain situations which you just cannot prevent without the said vaccine, the said immunization, the said medicines. So that is, those are special cases. But coming to not only COVID, coming to any and every disease, so of course, I mean, I have so many friends who are smokers, and whenever I tell them that, see, like it is a known fact, it has established fact that smoking one cigarette reduces your lifespan by a day. Okay, so this when I cite the statistics to one of my smoker friends, they will always come back with a retort that, there are so many non-smokers, non-drinkers who have developed lung cancer, who have developed, esophageal cancer, cancer of the liver. So what about them? So these are very as very frankly, I should say, these are very foolish retorts coming from a very educated
Educated
strata of the
person.
society. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
so this is like it's a, what do you call that, like they are literate, but they are not educated in the true sense, so just for the sake of an argument, people say these things because if they know about esophageal cancer, they know about cancer of the liver, of lung cancer, of course they have read, above average to know about this, or have that much exposure to the media or whatever. But at the same time, they're giving such a such an argument. So but wo to, you can take anything in the world and you can always come up with a counter argument. Okay, but coming back to the point is that of course a healthy lifestyle there, forget about COVID, forget about cancer. So India is the capital of diabetes. Okay, India is the capital of hypertension. Okay, and these are all lifestyle related diseases. Okay, and diabetes is such a debilitating disorder, it is such a debilitating disease, and it has so many side effects, and managing that disease over one's lifespan is financially so much draining for that patient and his or her family. But people just don't realize because they are, because it is not resulting in immediate death. One can just go on taking medicines, and but at the same time it is so much, they will spend so much of money on giving, on having medicines throughout their life, but they will not modify their lifestyle. So it is all this, most of the chronic diseases which are the which drain the maximum on a individual's finances, on the individual's emotions, on the individual's quality of life and his or her family quality of life for the family, are these all these chronic diseases which are like 99% based on your lifestyle modification. And what is lifestyle modification? Lifestyle modification is, getting rid of your bad habits and incorporating good habits as a part of your regular lifestyle. The way we brush every day, the way we, eat our dinner every day, we go to work every day. I cannot say that, "Arey yaar, I'm not going to work," or I'm not going to brush, or today I'm not going to eat. So we can do, maybe that we can do 1 or 2 days, okay, maximum maybe 7 days. उसके बाद तो हमें करना ही पड़ेगा ना. So in the same way, this is also as much part of your daily lifestyle as those activities, and this is where we do not realize, or we do not give it importance. Okay. So and
Mm.
it does not take much. It does not it just takes, I mean, maximum, even if you start with 10 minutes of workout. Okay. Even if, and when I'm saying this, I must tell, very very honestly, I must tell you that I am struggling with 5 minutes of workout nowadays. Okay. I'm not doing it, and I am also a part of the same population, but at the same time, like, I would, here, I mean, when I had shared this with my trainer, he had told me कि आप कुछ तो करो. If you're not being able to work out for 30 minutes, you work out for 10 minutes. If you're not being able to work out for 10 minutes, if you're sitting at your desk, while sitting at your desk, you do calf raises. While sitting, you are doing your calf raises. Just, when you're going, just get up from your desk for after 30 minutes and go walk around for 5 minutes and come back. Okay. So if you do that even after every 2 hours, if you're doing walking for 5 minutes, at the end of the day you would have walked for 30 minutes. Okay. So, like, then when I told him that, this, I'm not being able to do this. So then he said, at least then you can, modify your diet. You can eat healthy. So at least you have to do something mindfully, consciously, in a, like, you have to know that this is my temple. This is where I have to live my entire life, and I have to do so much in my life. And if I am not going to take care of the structure in which I am living my entire life, how am I going to ensure that I'm going to live, a good life where I can enjoy, not just not be limited by कि आज यहाँ नहीं जा सकते, वो नहीं कर सकते, my there is knee pain, so I cannot, go on a hike. I have back pain, so I cannot go for a swim. There's so many things when we cannot do, when because we are limited by the, the limitations of our body. So if we do not take care of that, in a day, if you're that, when I am not able to work out at all, I'll just get up in the morning and I'll do 5 squats. It does not take anything. You don't need an instrument, you don't need anything, you don't even need to get dressed for the gym. You just get up from your bed, you brush your teeth, and you do 5 squats. Then while you're cooking, you're making your breakfast, you do another 5 squats. And even if we have done that much for the day, it's not enough. Of course it's not enough, but at least you would have done something. So when
Yeah.
you take that, when you do that consciously every day, kuch na kuch you do, then you will fall into the pattern of getting healthy, of doing
Yeah.
something for yourself.
So I'll just quickly wrap it up. I'm also cognizant of the time. But
Yeah.
I'll just add a little to your, what you were mentioning earlier, that, any kind, smoking reduces your life by a day, and this is like a proven scientific fact. But what will you say to, like, obviously we can have a detailed discussion about it later on, but what will you say to people who say that, I don't smoke a cigarette, I just smoke weed, or I just smoke hookah, or any other form of smoking that is available? Like, I have heard, conversations and explanations like your friends. I have also heard explanations where people say that, no, marijuana is not as bad as, uh, you know, uh, having a cigarette or tobacco. So it's not as bad as that. So it's like we want to just smoke and enjoy. So we have shifted from cigarette to marijuana. We've shifted to weed. We've shifted to, hookah. We've shifted to vape. But for me it's like it's still smoking, right? You're still smoking something. So is it better, or is it like, a good supplement substitute for somebody who's, smoking, or is it the same thing?
So it is, of course, not the same thing. Smoking weed is not the same thing as as tobacco. And but at the end of the day, it is a addictive substance. Okay, it is substance abuse. So if someone is doing weed, maybe let's say once in a while, it might not have much effect on his or her lungs. So that is, I mean, I'm just talking in a very practical scenario of today's youth, and of middle-aged people. So I mean, if you're doing it once in a while, and then now what happens is this once in a while is becomes a very subjective definition. So for some people, they'll say once in a while is once a week. Some people will say once a month, once in 6 months. So and now for some people, they'll say once in a while is once in 3 days. तो मतलब इसका तो कोई, there is no end to this argument, na, because it becomes very subjective. But it is definite, like, but I'm like very, I can assure you that medically speaking, it is definitely going to affect your lungs the more frequently you are going to abuse this substance. It is definitely going to reduce your lung capacity. It is definitely going to cause fibrosis and reduced breathing capabilities because of the fibrosis in the lung. So, if you say that weed has absolutely no negative effects on my respiratory system, and just it is just it's just a feel good addiction, then I'm very sorry to say that is wrong. That is a very prevalent misconception, which is not so. And along with, and not only along with your affecting the lung, weed or marijuana, these are all CNS depressants. What do you mean by CNS depressants? CNS depressants are these are the drugs which will reduce your power of thinking, of your reduce your power of dull your brain. To speak in very layman language, it is going to dull your brain, and maybe that is one. And also it releases the good hormones, so you feel good. And also, why do we feel so good? Why do we feel that we are not a part of the world? Because we are, there is the sensibilities are lowered. So we just feel like, wow. But on a long term basis, it is just going to make you very dull. I'm very sorry
Yeah,
to say, whoever is doing weed on
it's
a
a
regular basis.
temporary
Yes, it's a
happiness, but a
temporary,
long term,
yeah.
bad
Long
thing.
term, yeah,
Yeah.
you're going to stop breathing, and you're going to stop thinking also. So
Oh God.
that is what is going to happen.
All
So
right.
yeah.
Thank you so much. I think the conversation really turned into a question answer session, because I was like, okay, this is a great opportunity to just ask you some very scientific questions that, one might not really find an answer to on the internet. It's better to just ask. So anyway, thank you so much. I'm really really happy
Thank
that,
you.
we were able to connect. And definitely, at least now I have answers to these comebacks that I get, that are ye acha option, as I know now. See, I have a doctor who said this is not a good option. So I can at least have a, very safe factual response to these you know uh, comebacks. So anyway, thank you so much. I'm sure,
Thank
I
you.
hope we are able to connect again soon. And
Yes. I
This was
enjoyed
great.
this conversation a lot. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you, Aruparna. Thank you. Bye. Take
Thank
care.
you. Bye. Good night. Bye.
Good
Bye.
night.